What's going on, you guys? GT Charlie back in the mix again. I'm going to be showing you guys how I am going to spray paint a logo onto my intercooler, or you can do it on a radiator or whatever, but I'm just going to show you how I do it. The first thing I had to do was take off everything. I had a bunch of zip ties everywhere. The intercooler right there was very easy. All I had to do was take off one hose, and one bolt, and the other two down there, I didn't connect them. So here we are now. Now the big thing is, if you want to do a logo on it and you want to spray paint it, you're going to pretty much need to mask everything except for just the logo, right? So you need a reverse cutout of the decal that you're going to be using to kind of overlay it. This is a good example right here. This is pretty much a reverse cutout of vinyl. So instead of, like, you know, when you're making decals and stuff, instead of making, like, you peel everything out except for the letters and then you have that decal, you're gonna do the reverse. So you're gonna make the decal, but you're gonna peel off all the letters on the inside instead. So having said that, where do you get that? Well, I'm pretty sure any person who knows how to do vinyl will know how to do that for you already. So with the reverse, it's very easy. I kind of got started just to show you how everything is. I'm gonna be taking off the blow valve in a bit here, but anyways, I have the clear taping on the top, and I pretty much transferred it out of the paper onto there, right? This is the easy part. Now the hard part is separating these two. So here I go. I'm gonna try to slowly just move the tape, but leave the vinyl. It's really hard with one hand, but I'm gonna be trying to show you anyways. So I really wanna just try to keep the vinyl down the whole time. So I'm gonna work on this right now, you guys, and then show you the paint process. After having everything taken off and then leaving the vinyl on, it's now time to press the letters in. Make sure all the edges are really nice and sealed up there. And we're also gonna be using painter's tape to cover up everything else that we don't really want to get painted. And so just make sure you remember, like, paint's gonna get everywhere when you're spraying. You don't want it to get in places where you will just see them later, so just make sure you use this guy. Also take off any parts like blow valves or whatever if they're stuck on your intercooler, and then we get to painting. Everything I wanted is taped up now, so the last thing we're gonna do is paint. Now, here's the thing, you can use whatever paint you want. You just wanna make sure that it sticks correctly. I'm not gonna be doing primer. I'm not gonna be doing adhesion promoter like I usually say I do, only because I want just a light dust coat. So maybe about 1 to 2 coats for me is good. The first one is gonna be really 50%, 75%. If I like it, I'm gonna keep it. If not, we might go for 2 coats. But that's it. I'm only using 2 coats, you guys. Another thing I really wanna recommend too is if you aim, like, if you're gonna leave like the intercooler at 90 degrees to the floor, then you wanna leave your paint can 90 degrees too, because you only wanna spray exactly what's in front of it. Now, if you start doing angles and stuff, you're gonna probably creep up into some of these holes. Like, for example, up here, you don't wanna like start getting into those holes and making it look like it bled through like somehow. So that's gonna be my biggest tip right there, only because I know that vinyl, even though you lay it down and you feel like you sealed it perfectly, sometimes it comes out like little bubbles at the edge like that. And oh, here's a good example right there too. You see, like right here. So I know that if I'm spraying it, it's probably gonna bleed through just a little bit if I hit it at a certain angle. So you guys always wanna be like straight ahead onto the intercooler, okay? Also, my big tip too is never start spraying in front of the intercooler. Try to spray somewhere off. So I would usually start out here, or maybe out here, or even up here sometimes, or out here or whatever, and I'd go 1 boom. So I'd press it first, and then I start moving it. That way, there's not just one spot with a big circle, and then it looks like somebody ended there or started there. You want it to be completely even. All right, well, I'm gonna get started, you guys. Let's see how it turns out. looks pretty good, you guys, but it wasn't as heavy as I thought it would be. So I might go for 2 light coats and maybe a medium coat if it doesn't look super dope. So let's wait for this one. I give it about maybe, you know, 5 to 10 minutes in between coats, and I try to finish everything within an hour. This is enamel. Keep this in mind if you guys want to do it just like me. Engine enamel with ceramic. All right. Oh yeah. Sometimes a good way to tell if you can actually start peeling something off or not is kind of just checking the paint on the sides. So I would, you know, run my fingers over here and see if it runs off. And if it doesn't run off, or, you know, it's not like showing on my finger, then I know that it's okay. Even if it rubs off a little bit, I know it's still okay. These particular projects I usually leave for an hour. This is actually just less than an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and start peeling this. The thing about this is some of these decals have smaller decals on the inside. You just want to make sure that it's dry when you're taking off that middle piece right there. You know, sometimes paint is like at the edge of the vinyl or something like that, and you know, as you're pulling it off, like it'll just barely scrape on the inside and it'll just mess up your whole project. So just be really careful. If you do get any paint somewhere and it's possible for you to use it, then try to use something like, you know, paint thinner, acetone, xylene, or something like that, just to remove the paint. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and take mine off and let's see how the project is. Guys. Wow, this turned out way better than I thought. I'm really happy I went for that like extra little light to medium coat. This was in total 3 coats, 2 very light dusty ones as you saw, and 1 a little bit more medium-ish. And yeah, I'm just really happy about this, you guys. Literally, this project maybe only took me about like, I would say probably 30 minutes just to do the prep and get into my first coat. So it's been really easy to do this. And it's only because my front bumper has been off. I'm almost more than certain that you can probably do this on your car too if you had like an open grill or something like that. Just make sure you mask everything up and make sure you clean like really well if there is potential overspray somewhere that you didn't catch. Well, you guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you have any comments or questions or whatever, man, just go ahead and leave it below and let me help you out. Like, comment, subscribe. Once you're done with that, get a different account. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out some other videos. I'll talk to y'all later, man. If you guys like more DIYs, just let me know what you want to see down below. I'll talk to you guys later, man. GT Charlie out, man. Peace.